Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Tarot Tea Time. Happy Sunday night. I hope you guys are doing great. Okay, guys, I almost don't even know where to start because this past week there was a lot of tea. Like, there are so many stories. So, we are going to get into the biggest stories of the week, in my opinion, that I was just drawn to do a reading about. And then, if you guys have any requests, recommendations, I will write them down as we go and we'll get to those. Okay. So, let's get started. All right. So, first of all, guys, I'm telling you, there was so much. So, okay, first of all, let's go ahead and start with what's happening tonight. Hey, Beth, how's it going? Oh my gosh, welcome. And you are so sweet, by the way. Your comment on the podcast episode about Dollywood was just so kind. You were just amazing. I would love to go to Dollywood. Have you ever been? Oops, have you ever been? I got too excited. I'm like hitting the microphone. Hi, Voices of Davis. Hi, Sage Moon. Oh my gosh, I missed you guys. Honestly, I am, as a Virgo sun, the vacation thing, I love it so much, but when it's time to come back, I'm ready to get back on schedule. Like, I've missed you guys. I've missed doing a few lives a week. So we're back and ready for 2024, but it was a nice rest. It was really nice. And thank you for all of your sweet comments and well wishes while we were out of town. Y'all are the best. But we got a lot of tea today, which I'm excited about. It's a good way to jump back in. Hi, Liz. Oh my gosh, the gang's all coming through. Okay, so let's start with some tea that's like literally unfolding right now. Jason Kelce is in Kansas City tonight, and he is in the box with Taylor Swift and his whole family. Jason still hasn't announced officially whether or not he's going to retire from the NFL. So I'm going to reach back into my sports reporting days, kind of, and we're going to pull a couple cards to see about what is going to happen for Jason next. But also, I picked up a little Star magazine today while I was at the grocery store. And wouldn't you know, the rumors have already started, right? About Taylor and Travis. It's like growing pains, their first fight. These are all the headlines. Hi, Babalu. Yes, let's spill the tea. Oh, Voice of Davis in the Dominican Republic. Oh my gosh, Voice of Davis. I love the DR so much. Have the best time. Get that sand in between your toes. That's amazing. Oh, how exciting. And great to go in the winter. Okay, here is what we have. One of the main things you can see Jason there pictured with his lovely wife, Kylie Kelsey. And according to Star Magazine, they're saying that there's a family feud. We did pull a card on this last time, and it seemed that maybe there was a little something going on with Mama Kelsey, which again, growing pains, I think is a good way to explain it. Sometimes it just takes a second for everybody to adjust. I can't imagine also having like a huge celebrity in the mix and all the things that come along with that. So it's just, I'm sure it's a lot for the whole fam. But according to Star Magazine, they said that a source claims, I wonder who this source is. Was it the driver of the chariot? If you know, you know, if you were here last week. So, according to this source, though, a brewing family feud is causing trouble as well. Taylor hasn't had the best reception from Jason and his wife, the source reveals. During a late 2023 interview, Kylie Kelsey made what some perceived, which she did clarify this later, to be fair, but some perceived this to be a dig at Taylor when she said, "Being in the spotlight is not particularly my cup of tea." How ironic as we spill the tea. Says the source, Taylor took that personally. And since then, it's been very awkward. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. The source said Taylor's friends think that Jason and Kylie might be jealous and how much attention they're getting, and blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on. Is this source the person that we revealed from last week's tea? Potentially. Maybe, who knows, right? We could go down that rabbit hole all day. But let's see what the tarot tea is about this whole situation. You know, how are things going tonight with all of them hanging out? Is Jason feeling better? Maybe he's able to connect now that he's not, playing. Maybe it was just a lot of stress, and throwing in a new famous person in the family was a lot. Like, let's just see what the tea says. Hold on. Let me see. Let's catch up with what you guys are saying first. Beth Sparks has been to Dollywood like 30 times, had annual passes for years. Beth, you are just a little angel after my own heart. I feel that, friend. I would totally wanna have annual passes. That is amazing. I've never been. It's definitely on the bucket list. That is so much fun, Beth. Oh my god. I just love Dolly's energy. She's such a good soul. I just think she's a good spirit. Voices of Davis, I don't really trust those magazines. Right? I know. And all the time you just laugh at them. I know. I do too. And then I'm like, ooh, while I'm like waiting in line, I'm like, I'll just read this a little. And then I'm like, should we spill the tea on it and see if there's any truth? Okay. Damn chariot driver. It's always the chariot driver, right, Beth? Them or the ones with the wands. We'll see. Okay. So let's see what's going on with Taylor Swift, Jason Kelsey in particular. He's there. Is there any truth to this rumor? Allegedly, according to a source. Is there any truth that maybe, let's just word it like this, that maybe there was a little bit of friction at the beginning of the relationship where, was there any friction at all with, Taylor and Jason and Kylie as a couple? Let's just see. And also sometimes people are just really different, and not everybody's going to be best friends because maybe they don't have a lot in common, and that's okay too. But let's just see. I'm just curious. All right. Okay. 8 of Wands. This is about things being up in the air. So I think that where a lot of this comes from could be about the fact that they're in different places. Like Jason and his wife, they are over there in Philadelphia. Jason plays for the Eagles. Now, Taylor does have her roots there. Isn't it interesting that, her dad was already a huge fan of the Eagles. She has been a reported fan of the Eagles in the past as well. And I think that there's a little bit of this connection that was up in the air just because they haven't been able to spend time together. So it's almost like on both sides, I think with Jason and Kylie and then with Taylor, there's been a little bit of anxiety of this feeling that our connection is up in the air, like our friendship is up in the air. We don't really know each other. We can say these positive things, but maybe it's a little bit of insecurity on both sides, to be honest. Just because you don't really know each other. And I think that both sides want to give a good impression. So there's been just a lot of little bit, I don't know, anxiety. Let's just say that. Also with the attention on the family. So up in the air, both sides wondering what is going to come of this connection. Will we be friends? Will they like me? Will they not like me? I think that's a mutual thing that's been going on both sides. So, okay, that makes sense. Let's pull another one. Hi, Gigi. How's it going? Welcome. Babalu says they probably are exceptional and don't want to invest themselves until knowing it's not just a passing fling. I like that, Babalu. I like that. That's another thing. If you think about it, right? You can tell from the New Heights podcast that Kylie and Travis have a good relationship, like a brother-sister relationship, right? Which is totally what happens when you get married. I consider my husband's brother my brother, and so I get that. And there is a tiny bit of protectiveness that you try to keep under wraps when you see, your brother or sister dating. There's a little bit of protectiveness and also probably a desire just to wait and see how things go. You don't want to jump in and get too enthusiastic because you're just trying to see is this going to work out, or is my sibling going to get their heart broken? So I definitely agree with that. That's a really, really good point, Babalu. I think that that's part of this up in the air thing. Yeah, well said, well put. But hey, ladies and all people. Voice of Davis. When we talk about Jacob Elordi, can we talk about what happened between him and Zendaya? I didn't know anything did happen, so absolutely, we'll pull the tea on that. Voice of Davis, if you have any info on that you don't mind dropping in the messages, I would love to get a little bit of background on it because I have literally no clue. Okay, so things are up in the air. All right, so let's see how Taylor feels now. Okay, literally, let's just tap into the energy. I'm in Kansas City, so we're going to try to feel the energy. But let's see. How does Taylor feel now? Okay, because I think that enough time has passed even since this article was published, it is different when you finally get to spend time one on one with somebody. Jason is in a transitional point in his life where he's probably got a lot on his mind. Same thing with his wife. Their family is potentially going through a transition with maybe Jason not being in the NFL anymore. We'll pull a couple cards on that. But sometimes you can catch people at a good time when you can really have a nice conversation. And I'm wondering if that's what's going on now. So let's see. How does Taylor feel about Jason now? Let's start with just Jason. Mm, I pulled two by accident. We're going to take them both. All right. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So she sees him as the Queen of Swords, which I think is hilarious because he actually has a Scorpio sun. He's a Scorpio sun, and she's a Scorpio rising. So a lot of the time, like people with these placements, they will really get each other. It's like, in many ways, this is so funny, but the sun sign person is becoming more and more like the rising sign person. The older they get, that's part of our journey that we go on. In my member videos, I'm working on this series talking about how we move from our moon sign to our sun sign as we evolve, because I think it's a really interesting part of astrology. So for Jason, being a Scorpio sun, he's stepping more into his Scorpio energy, the higher side of Scorpio, which is likened to the eagle, flying above, wise, kind. It's an old soul energy. And Taylor has Scorpio rising. So the way she naturally interacts with the world is the way that Jason is continuing to develop himself. So I think it's really interesting that she sees him as the Queen of Swords, because typically she would come out as the Queen of Swords. I think in many cases, especially when there's potential conflict, because this is someone who's very confident, someone who makes decisions and they stick with them. This isn't super emotional, but this is somebody who is very, they mean what they say and they say what they mean. They're not mincing words. They're not shy, to be honest and open. And I totally think that that is Jason's energy. So she sees him for who he is. She really does. I think there's a good concept of like who he is. This can be a little bit intimidating though, because the Queen of Swords does not try to smooth things over. They're not really concerned with that. They're more concerned with the truth. So, okay, I like that. And then we also pulled the Page of Wands. This is a new beginning together. So I think that she feels like the more she gets to know Jason, the better their friendship, brother, sister, if you will. They're not married. She's not married to Travis yet, but that's still the dynamic, because this is the sibling of the person that she's romantically involved with. So I think that there's a friendship and a positive new beginning forming there. And because this is wands, this is like excitement about the future. In this context, because this is more about like family and friendship, this isn't a romantic wand. This is more about like feeling like, hey, I could see us having good times together. I feel like we're getting along well. Like this is very positive. So I like that. I feel like they're starting to get on the same page. She understands him. Cool. Even though I think she is a little bit sometimes intimidated because she's more used to people catering to her a little bit, which I think Taylor can handle it. She's a very strong woman. But I do think that it's just different. She's not used to being around people like him. Okay, so what about Kylie? How does Taylor feel about Kylie Kelsey, Jason's wife? Okay, let's see. Voice of Davis, they dated from 2019 to early 2020. Wait, really? Oh my gosh, when did Tom Holland get in there then? I guess that was kind of a long time ago, though, ish, kind of. Okay, Jano, hi Jano, says, I wonder how Justin Timberlake's new album will do on the charts. Yes, we are going to read about him too. He has lost a lot of support. Oh my god. Okay, Jano, such a good one. Yes, on the list. Okay. Gigi Jacob and Zendaya always give me the impression of PR relationship. I could see that. I kind of feel that already. Like but he's a Cancer sun. She is a Virgo sun. That's a good friendship connection. So we'll definitely read on them, but I could see it being more about the PR. Okay. Agreed. Agreed, Gigi. Okay, so how Taylor Swift feels about Kylie Kelsey. Is there any truth to the alleged rumors that we saw in this little Us Weekly article? And there's just been buzz around the internet about it. How does Taylor feel about Kylie? Three of Cups. Okay. I've been on the fence lately about taking reversed cards because I'm trying to read the energy a little bit more straightforward. That's just like a personal little reader thing that I do in my own mind. But I am going to take this one because I do think that this being upside down is significant. So we have this 3 of Cups upside down, and this is about I definitely think that this isn't quite straightforward just yet. This is obviously still a developing connection. They don't know each other very well. We did get the 8 of Wands for just like the general energy of things still feeling up in the air with people getting to know each other, which is normal. But I think that this 3 of Cups in the reverse, there's a little bit of friction as far as like the social groups go. It's almost like it's a mix of such different personalities, and I see Kylie as very down to earth. She's a mother. She is really involved in different charities around Philadelphia. She definitely holds Jason accountable. She's like she just is a no nonsense kind of person. She also has a background in sports, so she knows a lot about being a team player. Like she has she gives me the energy of someone with like not a really big ego and someone who really values being grounded. And I think that Taylor does too, but given her industry, she also has a lot of friends who are, just more lighthearted. They don't have the same types of motivations or concerns. And again, this is just people living different lifestyles, people having different birth charts. Nothing right or wrong, but I feel like there is a little bit of strain here when Taylor thinks of Kylie because she wants her to be in the group with Taylor. She wants her to be a friend. She wants to really like be close to her and embrace this friendship. But this in the reverse is telling me that this is still developing because it's just difficult. They just have such different lifestyles, such different backgrounds. It's not one of those natural clicks like how Taylor naturally clicked with Brittany Mahomes. Allegedly for entertainment purposes, it doesn't feel like it's just quite as quick. It's not quite as like natural of a fit. So, it doesn't mean that they won't develop a great friendship. I actually think they will. I think they have similar values deep down, but just first glance, it's just a little bit harder for them to kind of, get on the same page. Basically, they're just really different. Okay, Gigi says, "Yeah, I can see that. I've definitely stopped listening to his music." Oh, talking about Justin. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. So let's wrap this one up and move along. Seems like, yeah, this is pretty standard, what we would expect. Um, let's pull a card for Jason's future. Is he going to oh my god, wait, Babalu said maybe Taylor invited her to a girls' night and Kylie is like, hard pass. Babalu, I could totally see that being this 3 of Cups reversed. Oh my god, Babalu, that was good. Yes, I subscribe to Babalu. I like that. I like that intuitive energy that you just picked up on. Mhm. Yes, I co-sign that. Totally. That would make sense. Yes. I mean, oh my god, I love it. Okay. So yeah, that would explain it. Okay. So when it comes to Jason Kelsey and his next steps. Just a little tidbit here about numerology. I'm not going to go full sports analyst on you guys, but I'll say this. He is in a 6 personal year, which is a year of building. It's ruled by Venus. It's a year that is about family and marriage. Sometimes there can be a little bit of difficulty during a 6 year. Um, or it can be really great. It just kind of depends on the energy you're working with, whether it's like the shadow side, because there's some stuff that you're working on, or it's like you've kind of already done the work and you're really experiencing the positive rewards of the number. But I'll say this. I don't think it's likely career wise that he will quit in a 6 year. I'd have to look at his birth chart transits a little bit more like astrologically, but I'm just not getting the feeling. I think that in a 7 year, which is the year that is like spiritual seeking, more isolated, I think that that's when he'll quit. So I don't know. Just based on his numerology, I think he'll have one more season in him. So let's pull a card on that just to see. And then we're going to move on. Jano, Justin Timberlake gives everyone the ick. He really does. He really does. Ugh, we'll do Justin Timberlake next because, yeah, we got to know. Okay. Jason Kelsey, next steps for his career. Hopefully, he'll announce it this week. 10 of Cups. Okay. The six energy being about marriage and family. Will he have another kid this year? Potentially. So he's putting his family first. Oh, you know what? Based on the blend of numerology and this tarot card, fulfillment at home with his family. Maybe he's using the energy of the 6th year to spend more time on his marriage with his family, which put that another one in the, put another tally mark on the side of maybe retiring. Okay. I don't want to spend too much time on this one. I might do a separate deep dive video about this just because I think it's interesting to like work with different methods of prediction. But we'll pull one more card and then we're going to move on. Penny. Oh my God. Penny D's here. Yes. I kept thinking, I'm like, I wonder if Penny's going to come. I always miss you, Penny. Okay. I'm glad you made it. Figured you would be watching the Chiefs spread. Oopsies. Yeah. You and my husband both. Sometimes I schedule these during the Chiefs games. Oh my God. Okay. I'm like, I'll spill the tea while you watch the sports. Okay, cool. We'll hang out after. All right. One more for Jason Kelsey. How's your night going, Penny? Are you having a good Sunday? 8 of Swords. Oh, okay. This is why I need to do a separate video on him. So there's a lot going on. Maybe I can film that later tonight and have it up before he does his announcement because I do want to like do a prediction for him. So, we're gonna move forward and talk about Justin Timberlake, but just to close out this topic on Jason Kelsey, his future, whether he's going to retire or not, we have that his focus is 10 of Cups. He's really focusing on his family, which is beautiful and amazing. Like I said, they may have another baby this year, which would be really fun and exciting for them. Maybe they'll have a boy. They have 3 girls. Who knows? And then 8 of Swords is being in a prison of your own making. This is it's mentally taxing for him, which makes so much sense, right? Can you imagine you have done this your entire life essentially, from college just to playing pro, and then it's like not knowing, your identity, like who am I going to be? So I think the reason that he's not retiring yet, it's not that he doesn't want to. I think that he does want to. He is ready to enter another chapter where he's able to spend more time with his family and just kind of rest and relax and pursue his happiness, his bliss. But what's stopping him from making this announcement, making this decision is the 8 of Swords. This is the fears that we have in our own mind. What I like is that these aren't real fears per se. 9 of Swords would be like real anxieties. 8 of Swords, it's like this is just a fear of being afraid. It's like, I'm scared that I'm going to feel like I'm going to lose my identity, which is why I'm not doing it. When in reality, I don't think he would. I think he would actually experience 10 of Cups. And I think that he would have a lot of fun and fulfillment with his podcast, with other projects. So, hopefully he sees this. We'll see. But that would be my advice. Go ahead and retire if you really feel like you would enjoy spending more time with your family and changing it up. Just go with that. It's okay. It's okay to let go. Okay. Moving on. Oh, okay. I need a little sip of my tarot tea. Oh, you did? Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you saw it. Yeah, that is 2 for Travis. Oh. Nice. Okay, we're talking football. My dad isn't happy the Chiefs are winning. Ooh, sorry, voices of Davis. 2 for Travis. That's awesome. Tough decision for an athlete to quit. Totally. My heart goes out to him. That's got to be really, really, oh, really hard just in that part of your life, It's a lot, but we're going to send him love. I know he'll make the right decision. Dang. All right. Let's reset. Let's talk about this Justin Timberlake tea. So, Justin, where do we start, you guys? He has had so much going on. So, just to name a few things. Um latest thing going on with Justin Timberlake, tabloids are saying, blind items are saying, everywhere you look, people are talking about he and Jessica Biel separating, getting a divorce. People are saying this is the end of the line for them, that they've tried everything. I looked at his birth chart and I looked to see what transits he has going on right now. And let me see if I can actually pull this up and read it to you guys. because okay, here we go. I don't think I can share my screen, but I'll just read it. So right now, he's in this period where he has Uranus conjunct his midheaven. Okay. And this activity period where Uranus, the planet of surprise, is conjunct his midheaven, which is our basically it's our persona. The midheaven is like if you're a celebrity, it's the way that people view you, it's your reputation, it is your standing in the industry as a celebrity, all of that stuff, right? And we have Uranus conjunct that part of his birth chart. So it's no surprise that we're kind of shocked. No surprise that we're surprised at the way that he has been acting, the way he's been portraying himself. Britney Spears coming out with her book, and then, what we learned about him, it was really not good, like, who he really was, the way he treated her, and then afterwards, he didn't address it. So people have been very surprised, Uranus, at like, the person that he is. So his public, the way that the public perceives him has been changing dramatically, okay? And this activity period started in May of 2023, and it's ending April 2024. So we have not seen the last of the major shocks and major things coming out about Justin Timberlake. So here is what this transit's about, though. It's entitled in my software here, On the Verge of Leaping into a New Life. Excuse me. So, when it comes to love and relationships specifically, this can be about going out on your own. This can be making a big move. This can be, Uranus is about surprises. So, this can be separating from a partner that you've been with for a long time. It can be falling in love with someone new, like pulling an Ariana Grande, where she went from Dalton to SpongeBob. Sorry. um, which was shocking, right? So he is in a phase that he's about to wrap up end of April 2024 where it's a shocking time of shifts for him, and not only in his career with his public image, midheaven, but also with his love life, with his relationships. Anything that's important to him and anything that he's experiencing right now will have a trickle down effect. So really, this is about it being in Jessica's hands right now. She has received a lot of information through this transit of Uranus being on Justin's midheaven. And because Uranus is about shocks, I think that a lot of the things that have come out she didn't know about. So it's a tough time of recalibration. And what I don't love about this is the fact that he may decide to jump ship and, like I said, pull an Ariana Grande. So we'll see what's going on. But I love seeing astrology at work and how that transit has really come through. I mean, I've been so surprised by just everything that's come out about him, the way that he's handled things. I think he's put fame before people, and I don't like it. And I agree with what you guys are saying. His public perception is just taken such a nosedive. So let's first pull a card about Jessica. Um, how does she feel about him now? Let's see if we can determine what's going on. And then we'll pull for his next album, see the success rate. So with Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake and the divorce rumors, the separation rumors, how does Jessica feel about Justin right now? And how has this transit changed her perception of him? Penny says, I agree with you, Britt. I think Jessica was surprised by some things in Brittany's book, and I think maybe she feels enough justified in leaving him. Ah, good point, Penny. Totally. I could totally see that. I agree with you. Beth is burning sage for the Justin reading. I love it. Yes, burn the sage. Don't let the bad vibes get us, Beth. Which reminds me, you can ask for Archangel Michael and only good vibes and highest messages of love and light come through. Okay. Thank you for saying that, Beth. Sometimes you just got to remember to put that out there when we're talking about some of these topics. Okay. How Jessica feels about Justin. The Hierophant. Okay. This is a teacher. So she feels that she's learned a lot of lessons. The Hierophant is all about like the soul lessons that we learn. It's about the soul lessons that we sign up for. It's how we want to grow, how we want to evolve and change in this lifetime. This is she's come to this realization though. She's realized that this might be a lesson in my life. I thought this was my forever. I thought this was the love of my life, but maybe he was really just a lesson. So, okay, that means that she's starting to really develop clarity about what she needs to understand about this. And usually we develop that clarity, and the Hierophant card will come out when we're in the process of moving on or have already moved on. So the clarity is coming. Okay. Also, oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys this. Um, we have Pluto, like I said, and in that last podcast episode that's available now, I was talking about Pluto and Aquarius, and I won't get into it because that episode goes way in depth. If anybody wants to check that out, I'll also link it in the description box here when we're done with our live, if anybody needs help finding it. But basically, with Justin Timberlake's birth chart, he has, let me pull that up real fast. Okay, so he has his sun in Aquarius and he has his Venus in Capricorn. He also has, there was one more thing I noticed looking at his chart. Hold on. Okay, wait, Venus in Capricorn in the sixth house. Okay, so his sixth house of day to day is ruled by Capricorn. Pluto moving from Capricorn into Aquarius literally yesterday, with him having an Aquarius sun and being in this transit of change and shocks. Guys, this is a karmic period for him. And the next 20 years will be when he sees a return on whatever he's put out there in life. And, saying our prayers for him, sending him good well wishes. Hopefully he makes amends for anybody he's hurt. But with his planetary placements, this is not a time of messing around. I explained in that last podcast episode that Dolly Parton actually really thrived during Pluto in Capricorn because she has a lot of Capricorn placements. So wherever Pluto touches in your birth chart during a transit, you'll find karma there. So either it'll be really positive karma and you'll get a positive transformation that takes you to another level of happiness, or you'll get your negative karma of Pluto burning things away that not like that you don't deserve, but almost more like that aren't aligned with where you're at. You may need to lose some things so that you can find your inner strength and inner goodness. Pluto wants to transform you to see truth and deeper meaning. So with his Venus in Capricorn, this could be technically a great time, but I'm going to say Venus in Capricorn in the sixth house, I think his day to day is about to really change. And his sun conjunct Pluto, he's getting his karma. Okay. That's all. It geeks me out. I can't even believe it. I mean, I can, but the astrology in the wild is insane. All right. So she is in Hierophant energy. She is seeing the lessons. She's like, okay. Jano says, I can't stand Justin Timberlake. Jessica deserves better, dude. He's a scum. Oh my God, Jano. Well said. Yeah. Being exposed for sure. Okay, what else? Oop, one just fell out. We'll take it. Or two just fell out. Dang. Okay. The High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. Interesting getting these two together. This is another major breakthrough. So, oh my God. Okay. High Priestess is major arcana. This is about trusting your intuition. And for this to come out right after the Hierophant, this is saying, Jessica's like, I've learned a lesson, allegedly for entertainment purposes, about trusting my intuition. I've learned that if I feel something is true, I can explain it 100 different ways to myself. But at the end of the day, it's always going to be what it really is. Like the truth is always going to have a consequence. Things are always going to be what they are. Like you can't sugarcoat things, So I think she's really tried to navigate this relationship. He's had a few other scandals in the past where he was holding hands with one of his co-stars and like things of, it hasn't been great. And I think that she just kept trying to shove her intuition down and just be like, no, it's this, and explain it away. But she's learned, no, like trusting your intuition. The truth is the truth. It will always set you free, but it will always come to light. So she's finding her freedom through trusting her intuition and through accepting the truth. Also, we have this Queen of Cups card. This is emotional maturity. So, what Jano said about how, he said she deserves better. I think so too. I think that through this experience with Justin, it's actually made her more emotionally mature. We attract people and lessons into our lives. I believe it's for a reason. It's not to hurt us, even when the lessons feel difficult. If we look back, we've always really gained something valuable that we didn't have before. Like, even if somebody really rejects you or hurts your feelings, you look back on that time and you're like, Hmm, I've learned from that I don't need to reject myself. I don't need to accept less than. I kind of already felt like that person didn't like me and I put myself through that. Like, then you learn greater self-love, right? There's always something we take away from it. So she's taking away a lot from this. So I actually think this is really positive for her overall because this puts her in a place where she is ready for a healthy, loving relationship if she chooses to trust this and actually leave. Okay, let's get a couple more. Wait, Gigi, she has transiting Pluto conjunct her Venus. Oh my god, hold on. Gigi, does she have, her Venus in Aquarius? I'm guessing she does. So does Taylor Swift. Interesting. Interesting. Oh my god. And I have Aquarius rising. All of us Aquarius, it's like, you'll get what you deserve. Okay. Voices Davis said her and Natalie Portman deserve better. Venus is 0 degrees Aquarius. Okay. Thank you so much, Gigi, for saying that. Thank you for that info. Okay, guys, 100%. They both are doing a karmic rebalancing. They're having these realizations when it comes to love. Also, another thing, wherever Pluto is, that's where the power is, so to speak. So with his Venus, hold on. Oh my God. Oh, you gotta pull this up. Okay, with his Venus in Capricorn, I hate to say this, but I think that he had the upper hand while Pluto is transiting Capricorn. And so when someone else has the upper hand in a relationship, sometimes, if you're Jessica Biel, you'll feel like you kind of trust their judgment or you defer to them. Now script has flipped and Pluto is now with her Venus. So now she has the upper hand. So it's like her decision whether or not to walk away. And I think that she's like getting her positive karma now of like, okay, you know what? Actually, I'm going to walk away and feel good. And now he has to learn his lessons because she was kind of dealing with all the stress and strain for the past, however long since all this stuff started coming up. Whoa. My gosh, guys. Okay. She and Natalie Portman deserve better. Oh my gosh. So true. So true. Penny, you have the same one. Okay. Well, Penny, you are going to have a good transit because you have good karma. So you'll have to let us know what happens if you start dating someone new. Just be sure to fill us in. And everybody with the Aquarius placements, I'm so curious to know like what happens for you guys, how you feel empowered in that part of your chart, how you kind of like level up. Okay. Okay, guys. Ooh, I'm gonna get another sieve here. This is so interesting. Oh my God, Jano. He has Venus square Pluto in his natal chart, toxic but on steroids. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, she has it at 0 degrees, which is crazy. So the 0 degrees, you guys, that is, and a lot of you probably already know this, but that is like the pure energy of that sign. So it's like the degree that you have a planet in also colors the energy. So for example, I am Aquarius rising at 1 degree, which means it's colored with Aries energy because Aries rules the first degree. This could be another like interesting thing we could go into in a separate video because it's so interesting how you blend that. So with her having Aquarius, Venus in Aquarius at 0 degrees, it means it's pure Aquarian energy. It is not shaded or colored by any other zodiac sign. So wow, that also makes so much sense as to how she probably was trying to navigate his Venus in Capricorn, him being kind of a control freak or maybe even hiding things from her, all that going on. Because that's like it can be ego driven if you like give into the lower side of Capricorn. So yeah, so she was probably tapping into her Venus Aquarius to try to be like live and let live, or I don't see it, or like it's okay, open relationship, whatever she was telling herself. Because she said 0 Aquarius, it's like she really could push herself to do that. Anyway, okay. We could really go far with that. That's so interesting. Jano says, wait, Brittany too, which is wild. What? Oh, Brittany and Justin's charts are so insanely like connected. I did a whole deep dive on them. I will never get over it. That's in the podcast playlist. I will never get over it. Okay. Venus square Pluto. Yeah, in a square. So this is definitely his karmic. Venus square Pluto in his natal. Yeah. His karma's coming back. We can't run from our karma forever, no matter what. We cannot run from it. And yeah, karma doesn't care if you're famous, if you're not famous. Like it's just like here to rebalance things, here to help you learn. Okay, let's see. Yes, Liz Taylor does have Venus in Aquarius. So her love life will be transforming, which is, I think, for her birth chart, I think she's going to get married because she also has a lot going on in the fourth house of family. Anyway, okay. So let's see. I wonder about his album. Yes, I'll pull some cards on his album too. So let's wrap up this love reading. I think we definitely know what's happening after looking at the charts and at the cards and the stars. Justin Timberlake is having a comeuppance in his love life. The power has shifted. Jessica Biel now has more power in the relationship. I don't necessarily like that one person has more or less power, but I think that that's part of their life lesson with this relationship is learning about power dynamics and power struggles in a romantic relationship. Okay, so how does Justin feel about Jessica? So we know that she is detached. She's ready to walk away. She's learned a lot. She's grown a lot. She's in a good mental headspace, especially with Pluto literally right there with her Venus as we speak. This has been a big weekend for her and for him for different reasons. Okay, Justin, how does he feel about Jessica right now and his relationship, his marriage? Oh, wow, guys. I almost dropped literally all of them. That's intense energy. Stop it. You guys, stop it. Stop it. Oh my God. Okay, not me almost dropping the whole deck and then the tower coming out. I can't. Okay. Oh my God. So, yeah, it is. And I don't mean to get so excited because this is real people's lives. I mean, so I'm going to chill out. But this is just like, I just nerd out over this so hard. The tower. He knows. He knows. He's aware. He knows what's coming. I'm getting goosebumps on my face. There's clarity here. He knows that the Uranus midheaven thing that I was just talking about. Yeah, he knows that things are about to change big time. And he looks at his marriage as a tower moment coming his way. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that with them because I think that was pretty self-explanatory there. But let's see about his music. I think he is trying to lean into his music right now. He's hoping that will kind of like help him to rehab his image a little bit. He's hoping that he can reconnect with his audience so that people will, give him love again and kind of balance out the negative press he received when Britney's book came out. Those are his hopes. So let's see what's going to happen. What is the future for him? Jado Tower, LOL, right? Voice of Davis, I have Venus in Aquarius at 22 degrees. Ooh, nice. So for you, Voice of Davis, in a little bit, in a few years, you'll probably experience like a little shift there. And also Venus, it doesn't have to be your relationship. It just depends on like your birth chart and what you're here to learn or what you may want to empower yourself around. Venus can also be about like your decor, like in your home, or literally like your style or your creativity. So it could be a lot of things and depending on the house it falls in. But so you're going to be experiencing a transformation too over time, Voice of Davis. I like it. But I do think that as long as we know about it and like we're embracing it and we're in a high vibration, and I talked about this in the podcast episode that just came out today about the Pluto, moving into Aquarius transit. I really think that if we are open-hearted and we use it for good, then it can actually be really positive for us, for the world. I'm not looking at it as like a scary thing. But if you're unconscious, if you're just ego-driven, like some people we've talked about in this reading, then you're not going to be in the right energy. So your karma is going to catch up to you. Pluto in Aquarius is going to have no mercy, if you will, for egotistical people. I'll just say that. All right, moving on. Not to be too ominous, but his career. What's coming up with this new album? What can we expect? Hanged man. Mm. Okay. Well, he's already feeling this. He's already feeling like, and a lot of the times those record companies and they can do so many like analytical, like they can look at the analytics before something comes out. They do like all these polls and tests. It's very, very sophisticated. Like, I don't even know. It's just the tip of the iceberg. But I have some friends in marketing and I've learned a few things that have kind of shocked me, honestly, about just how much people can find out when they really invest in marketing and the cookies in people's computers and all that stuff. So, Hanged Man, he's already got an idea of the fact that this isn't really going great. So he feels like he's at an impasse. He doesn't really know what to do because he's not feeling like really enthusiastic, but he's already announced it. Okay, that makes sense. Let's get another one. Liz and Penny, so picky in love. Well, you got to be picky when you have a lot of Aquarius energy because you guys are unique and that's okay. Jay, no, so many theories. Interesting, interesting. Well, I try not to speculate on people's like sexuality because I feel like that's that's really like personal. But I mean, yeah, I really don't like to do those readings, those types of readings. It wouldn't surprise me, I mean, but with Venus and Capricorn, though, I don't know that there's a little bit of a power thing around relationships, which is a whole nother can of worms. So, okay. His career. Hanged Man. Let's see if we get any more details on how the record will actually do. So those are his feelings. How will it do? The moon. Okay, hidden. So this is all about things that are hidden. We have the Hanged Man and things that are hidden. All right. So this is kind of like dot 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 unknown or whatever. Why is it hidden? Two of Wands. Unsure about the future. That's why it's hidden. Is he gonna postpone it? Huh. Is Okay, this is really strange, you guys. He already has an awareness that it's not going well. He wants to hide it or postpone it in some way or find a way to like I think his PR team is in overdrive. Okay. And he is very concerned about the future. The moon is also a lot of emotions. It's also things that are hidden from us. It's things that we don't quite understand. It feels a little bit like murky, a little bit Neptunian. So I feel like he really feels like he's in a fog about this album, his career. He doesn't really know what to do next. All right, quickly, I'm going to get a past, present, future for his career to try to ground into the energy more because I'm really just picking up on like his feelings. I want to see if I can pick up on what's going to happen. Past, present, future to ground into the energy of Justin Timberlake's career. What's going to be happening in the past? Five of Swords. Ooh, my gosh. Okay. Exposed. In the past, I believe, allegedly for entertainment purposes, he was exposed for his true nature, the things that he's done behind the scenes. Five of Swords energy. Britney Spears talked about it in her book. He was in with Janet Jackson. Like he has been happy in his career to make the moves behind the scenes that benefit him, regardless of who he throws under the bus, regardless of what happens. So yeah, this was in the past. This is how he used to operate. What about in the present moment? And to be honest with you guys, having Five of Swords in the past for his career, I think that this is talking about how that did serve him, but not forever, right? Like you can be successful in the short term acting that way. But if you want longevity, fulfillment, if you don't want your karma to come back to bite you 15, 20 years later, then that is not the best way to become successful. But that was how he operated and it worked for him at the time. What about now? Page of Wands in the reverse. Now he feels stuck. He doesn't know what the future holds. Page of Wands, all about excited about the future, moving forward on a new journey, moving in a new direction. He doesn't know what direction to go. Okay. And in the future, Penny says, never settle. I would rather be alone. Amen, Penny. We'll drink to that. Mm-hmm. Also, Penny, with your Aries rising Scorpio moon, you are a true example of never settle. Yeah, it would make you miserable. We got to embrace who we are. I love it. I love it. That's a good vibe. You go, Penny. All right. I'm reading all these. Y'all are killing me. In the future, Justin's career, the world, karma. Okay. So sorry it took me so long to get through this one. I feel like there's just a lot of energy going on with him. Like it's really intense. This is like like I said, it feels like a once in a lifetime type of comeuppance. It's like someone has operated in a certain way for a very long time. And this is why, it's useless to get revenge because the universe, God, spirit will take care of it for you in due time. We can't control when things are going to happen, but this is his time. So, allegedly for entertainment purposes. So, in the past, to recap, he operated in Five Swords energy, which made him successful. Essentially, behind the scenes, he manipulated things. He did what worked for him. But now he finds himself in a place of Page of Wands reverse. Now things have caught up to him. Are shifting and changing. He can't get away with the behind the scenes thing anymore. He can't hide what he's done anymore. So now he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know where to turn. He doesn't know how to revamp his image. He doesn't know how to start on a new journey. And in the future, the result of all of this will be the world card. So what was up, will now be down. What was down will now be up. Like, I think that he's going to have a major reversal, basically. Now, I think he probably has enough money, homes, and investments and things like that to where he'll survive. He'll be fine. But I don't think that his career, I think this is not going to be a successful album. I think that his career has fallen off. I think he needs to just retire and learn his lessons and maybe start a charity foundation and stop focusing so much on what he's focused on in the past. He needs to kind of do a little bit of penance and help the world, really let that Pluto conjunct his sun help him to transform into a better person. He needs to focus on the inside, not the outside, because I don't think that the world is going to receive him, the world card, the way that it once did. Basically, allegedly for entertainment purposes, his career is over. Okay, moving on. My gosh. Yo. Oh my gosh. This is definitely karma, Penny says. It makes me wonder, though, Sageman says, if Brittany never wrote about how he treated her, would anyone have clocked him on his BS or would he still be beloved? That's a good question, Sage Moon. I think that, I don't know. I think that that's such a good philosophical question. It's like, what came first or why did things happen? I think that Justin and Brittany have such a soul karmic connection that the way that one acted affected the way the other. So I think that if Justin in any universe, if he acted the way that he has acted in the past, Brittany was always going to be the person to expose that energy, also based on her birth chart placements. And yeah, if anybody wants to rewatch that video, I did also put that in the description after we get off of here because it's really interesting, their soul contract connections. And I may even go into it more at some point in another video because it's very intense. So I think that it was almost like a twin flame thing where one person, one action results in another reaction and vice versa. So I think that in any universe, yes, she would have exposed him. So I feel like it was that's how it was meant to be. But if he would have not acted that way, then I don't think she would have exposed him. But it's weird. It's I feel like their destiny is tied, if that makes sense. So I don't know. Okay. Anyway, Sage Moon says he'd be better off trying to reunite and sync at this point. LOL. Honestly, that would be the best thing for him. Let's see. Would NSYNC ever reunite with Justin? Let's just get a little messy. Allegedly for entertainment purposes, Jano, and that's that on that. Karma. Amen, Jano. Amen. The karma comes for everybody. And depending on our actions, it can be good karma, it can be bad. At one point, I wanted them to get back together. I was nuts. Oh my God, Penny, I was too. I wanted them to get back together so badly. Now I'm like, mm-mm. Penny, I share your craziness. So what is in sync and what does like management and all that think about the in sync management team? Think about getting back together, getting Justin back in the band. Because there was a buzz about that. The sun reverse. It's a no. Oh my God, the sun reverse. The sun, the happiest card in the deck about like shining bright and like in the upright, this would have been just like so positive and like a total yes card. It's the opposite of a yes. Now, the reason I think it came out though as a sun card reverse and not, one of the other cards that's really straightforward, like Three of Swords or a Tower moment, is because at one point they did think this was a good thing. This was something that they were trying to get off the ground, which is funny, but I think the whole nostalgia thing that took hold ever since 2020, I just think the NSYNC team, the management, the people in the band thought this would be great. Oh my God, we could just experience like another go around of that fame and happiness and joy. But now it's a really hard no. They're definitely trying to separate themselves from Justin. And I feel like he's just people can feel the world card turning. Okay. Yikes. Moving on to Jacob Elordi. It's so hard to change gears after that. It's like when the tea is so intense, you're just like, I could just sit here and think about that all day. Penny says, I went to NSYNC 3 times, LOL, because of my daughter. They were good in concert. Fun. Oh my gosh. I would have loved to have gone to NSYNC. I got to go to Backstreet Boys once when I was a kid and I freaked out. I loved it so much. That's awesome that you went with your daughter. That's so sweet, Penny. Okay. Gigi, JT never wanted to reunite. Well, you know what, Gigi? I bet he does now. And but again, the tables have turned. Oh my God. Yeah, like I said, we could go into this Justin Timberlake saga forever. Gigi, thank you for adding that tidbit of tea because I would bet that in the past they have approached him saying, "Oh, we want you to, do an NSYNC resurgence type thing," and he was like, No, I'm doing my own thing." And now I think the tables have turned. Like he needs them more than they need him because his reputation has taken such a hit with all this Five of Swords stuff coming to the forefront. Okay, Jacob Elordi. That was nuts. All right, so Jacob Elordi, as everyone knows, he is just the rising star. He's been a star, but I feel like his star is just really a shooting star now. He's just taking off. And tonight he's hosting Saturday Night Live. Also, in the tabloids, people have said, and Blind Items have also said, that his relationship with Olivia Jade, the controversial USC student, daughter of Aunt Becky on Full House, and her dad is like the Massimo guy who had that line of like, I think was it Massimo, the one at Target? Oh my God, I don't even know. Anyway, she's a Nepo baby, big time. Super wealthy, YouTuber, all this stuff, has really had a life of privilege. We'll just say that. Okay. Doesn't make you a bad person necessarily, but yeah, anyway, I won't say more. Seems like she may have been a little bit of a brat. Okay. Anyway, try not to say too much negative stuff. So that's just the impression I had about her. So I was surprised when she was with Jacob Elordi. He is Australian. He has a good reputation for being a really nice person. We will read his relationship with Zendaya, but I want to look at his current relationship first because, like I said, allegedly rumors have been spreading that he and Olivia Jade have broken up. Someone even said that, he stopped following her on social media. And then I saw a conflicting report today that she is actually there in New York with him to attend his SNL taping tonight. So let's see. Very curious about this. Voice of Davis in sync were on Hot Ones. They were. Oh my gosh, I want to watch that. I love Hot Ones. I love that show. Okay. Let's see. Sage Moon, I don't think they want him. Yeah, they don't. Oh, I love catching up with all y'all's tea. So funny. So let's see, guys. Jacob Elordi and Olivia Jade. Let's pull one card to get the alleged current state of their connection. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Not the Four of Cups. Not the feeling sad and like it's over. Okay. So this is the card. Did they have some sort of contract? Okay, guys, go with me on this little tangent. So Olivia Jade, like I said, she's very privileged and comes from a super privileged background, Nepo baby energy. Her parents are the ones that, had to go to jail for a little bit for what they did to get her into USC, which she was later kicked out of, all that stuff. And then she was like a vlogger and influencer. Basically, like she hasn't really had to worry about anything in her life. I don't think that I would put it past her or her family that they would set up a PR relationship for her and pay and be willing to pay allegedly for entertainment purposes. Oh my God. Because I could see how there could be Four of Cups energy of it not working out, because even like a PR relationship, there could be like some romance, but that would make sense as to why she's still there at SNL tonight. But there were rumors that they have broken up and like, but she's still there because maybe it's like a contract. Let's get some clarity there. That is weird. Really weird. TMZ said they're still together. Okay. Thank you, Voices of Davis. Sage Moon says, yeah, Hot Ones is so good. Makes me hungry every time. Oh, Sage Moon, you like it spicy? You like the spices. It makes me hungry too until they get to like the really spicy ones. I can just like feel their pain. I'm like, oh no, I could never do that. I would be like choking. Okay. Clarity on this Four of Cups for Jacob Elordi and Olivia Jade. More clarity on their connection and like the setup, if it is a setup. Eight of Pentacles work. Guys, I am getting PR relationship. I'm getting PR relationship where there was a spark of romance. I think that they are in the process of phasing out the contract, if you will. I think that he's getting more and more famous. So I think that her being at SNL, allegedly for entertainment purposes, is part of this contract and fulfilling it. But I don't think they'll be together for a long time. Let's see how she feels and how he feels. Okay, how does she feel? Ooh, Gordon Ramsay was on Hot Ones? Oh my God, I have to watch that. Good rec, Penny. Sage Moon says, especially because I'm vegan now and have food allergies, I want wings so bad when I watch it. I'd stop at maybe the third sauce. Me too. You could make your own Hot Ones with Impossible. I like the Impossible nuggets. Those are good. And I love what is it? Frank's Red Hot. Not Mike's. Frank's Red Hot. That's my favorite sauce. It's like spicy, but not too spicy, It's giving second sauce energy. He is a great interviewer. I agree, Voices of Davis. Okay. Jacob Elordi and Olivia Jade. It's looking like it's a PR relationship. Let's get how she feels about him currently. The Magician. Okay. Based on the assumption that this is a PR relationship, I'm going to say she is trying to be the magician. She wants this connection to continue. This isn't a love card, though. This is more about manifesting something more for yourself. I think that she likes him. I'm getting goosebumps. Oh my God. I think there's a major attraction. I think she likes him. I think she likes how she looks being with him. I think that she feels this is positive for her career. I think she's attracted to him. I think all of these things, right? This is just like it's a very surface type of connection. The magician is wanting to change the current reality. So this is a PR relationship type of situation. She wants this to be more. She wants this to continue. She is currently trying to figure out how to extend the contract, try to make him fall in love, all this stuff, okay? Or wishes that she could make him fall in love. How does he feel about Olivia Jade? How does Jacob Elordi feel about Olivia Jade? This is really wild. Ooh, who's next for him then? I don't know, Gigi. Hoping that Beyond will come out with breadless chicken soon. When they do, it's on and popping. Yeah, it is. Let me know too, Sage Moon. I try to switch over to more of those like vegan meats. I'm like slowly but surely transitioning over to it because I like it better. I don't know. Do you like Beyond better than Impossible, Sage Moon? Okay. Not us getting a couple of tips on vegan meats. Okay. No. Dang, how Jacob Elordi feels about Olivia Jade. Oh man, this is such a weird reading. This is really one of the most bizarre readings I think I've ever done just because the energy feels so strange. How he feels about her right now. King of Pentacles. Shut up. Oh my God. He's making money from the situation. He sees her. This is so weird. Allegedly for entertainment purposes. Oh my gosh. So Olivia Jade's parents have very, very deep pockets. Okay. I'm just going to put it out there. King of Pentacles, when you are an actor, you have a job and then sometimes it'll take a long time before you get another job. In my former life, I used to do commercial acting. I've told you guys about this before. I also had like small parts on like the Dallas remake on TNT. The thing about being an actor and actress though, is that unless you have either like family money or this type of situation, I guess, where someone's like, paying you to do something where you also have enough flexibility and time to still go on auditions, like it's really, really hard to stay in the industry long enough to really hit it big. Now he's from Australia. I don't know what his background is, if he has family money or whatever. But this situation, even though he's making money from these jobs like Saltburn or like these other jobs he's done, you make a chunk of money, right? But in order to like maintain your wealth, keep growing, buy a house, keep up with Hollywood, it is helpful to still have a consistent income. And that's something that until you become like an A-list actor, it can just be really, really hard to survive in the industry. Even people that you think are doing well, the dress has been gifted for just the event. There's all these things that celebrities kind of have to do to be able to keep up and keep a perception going of who they are. All right, that's just a side note, which is why I think that this King of Pentacles, though, is about at the time when he made this arrangement, it was really good. It gave him some security. It helped him to elevate financially. Um, you know, it's just been good for his pocketbook. He looks at her like she's the King of Pentacles. She's got all the money. He loves that. He wants to keep this source of income coming through. This is all alleged for entertainment purposes. This is some spicy tea. Okay. Let's see. What are you guys saying? I gotta take a break from this energy and check on y'all. Okay. Beth says that's awful. She needs to learn how to have real relationships. I agree. I agree, Beth. Babalu says he seems so full of himself. I don't get good vibes at all. Okay, interesting, Babalu. Voice of Davis, when he said he didn't like the kissing booth, that gave me a red flag. Interesting. Oh, you guys have some good tea. Okay. So this relationship, I think it's definitely been exposed here through this tarot tea, allegedly. Beth says, I love this tea. Sip, sip. Thanks, Beth. We're just gonna all keep on sipping together. Okay, so let's switch gears now. Let's see about Zendaya, his relationship with Zendaya, because this is pretty straightforward. Like I said, I don't like to speculate or do readings on people's sexuality just because it's such a personal thing. I don't know. It just feels weird to do. But I will say I wouldn't be surprised if maybe I don't know, if he had some other interests when it comes to like interests that we don't know about, which could be, you know, dating people of the same sex. It could be having a hidden relationship back home. Like, I don't know, but there's something mysterious, I will say, about his love life and ability to connect with another person. There's something just different than what I typically kind of feel when I'm doing these readings. So, okay, what about Jacob Elordi and Zendaya? What was their connection like? Ooh, I just checked his wiki. Okay, Gigi. It says he comes from a working class family. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that tea and for that clarity, Gigi. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Sage Moon says yes. Oh, okay. Okay. We're talking about our personal thing now. Oh, good to know. Okay, Sage Moon. Ah, thank you for that, Sage Moon. Love that recommendation. I'm going to keep that in mind when I go to the grocery store next time. All right, Zendaya and Jacob Elordi. Let's get one card for the overarching energy of what their connection was about, what it was like. Let's just see what was going on with them. Now I feel like he's a very complicated figure. So now I'm like so intrigued. I'm going to watch him on SNL tonight too. I want to see like what kind of vibe I get from him. Now I'm all into it, the mystery of it. Zendaya and Jacob Elordi, their relationship, their connection. Okay, we have temperance. Hmm. It's very neutral. Temperance is like about balance. It's essentially it's about like having a cool head, staying balanced. Okay, let's get another one. Not giving red hot connection, but we'll keep pulling a couple more cards. Jacob Elordi and Zendaya. Hmm. Oh, Sage Moon, I will let you guys know if I like them. Thank you. Spicy sausages too. Okay. I love it. I love it. Gigi says so much passion. LOL. I know, right? Like, honestly, this is the definition of like temperance makes me think of like room temperature water, like tepid. It's just like, there's like nothing. It's giving nothing. Oh my God. Okay. That's so funny. Gigi, that just cracked me up. So much passion. Okay. Clarity. Actually, I'm going to take that for the overarching energy. So let's see. How did Zendaya feel about Jacob Elordi when they dated? Let's go. Let's dive into the nitty gritty of where this very tepid vibe comes from. How did Zendaya feel about him? The lovers. Okay. She was attracted to him. Um, this is straightforward here. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Not a lot to read between the lines here. She was into him. She had a big crush on him, thought he was good looking. This is like, this person gives me butterflies. This is that kind of vibe. Okay, interesting. How did Jacob Elordi feel about Zendaya when they dated? Sage Moon, where the wands at though? Beth, you hear that? No wands and no passion. Exactly. Oh, okay. Wow, guys. 2 cards. No, 3 cards. 4. Okay. What the? I don't want to take all of them. Let me just. I never do this, but let me just recalibrate because that was just like too much information at once. I'll say there was an intense energy from him with how he felt about her. I want to pull one card to describe the majority of like the overall energy that Jacob Elordi felt towards Zendaya. This is also a weird reading. Very weird. How Jacob felt about her. The Magician. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. This is how again, karma. Here we are again back at karma. The way that Olivia Jade allegedly for entertainment purposes views Jacob Elordi right now, wanting to turn this into something beneficial, seeing this situation as something that will help your career, that will, I mean, the magician is like manifestation, like you're manifesting this connection because of all of the good things that it will do in your life. This isn't a cup though. This isn't emotional. This is more about you, what you want to get in life, okay? What you're trying to manifest for yourself. So the way that Olivia Jade views him is the way that he viewed Zendaya. So this is wild. It's like he viewed her as someone who could give him what he needs in order to elevate himself, become more successful, elevate his standing in the public eye, walk onto a red carpet with her. It made him look better. It made him feel like he could stand a little bit taller. People would be more interested in, having him come in for auditions, things like that, elevating himself. She genuinely liked him, allegedly for entertainment purposes, genuinely had a crush on him, liked him. He saw it as an opportunity. I hate to say this, but there you go. Dang. Let's see. Okay. Babalu says maybe he's not that much into females. Maybe not. He seems to have a cold, icy approach. I am getting so cold, icy, and just like I'm getting nothing, Babalu. Like, yeah, that great assessment. I agree. Yeah, it feels like he friend zoned her. Exactly, Sage Moon, which is wild. And this is why I've said it before, I'll say it again. Never let anybody hurt your feelings when it comes to like a connection. I remember like back when I was single, like I'd get my feelings hurt if like things didn't work out or whatever. And then like years later, you find different things out and you realize like God has a plan, the universe has a plan. Like go be around the people that see your value, see your worth. Don't try to figure it out. Like, because with Zendaya, like she did nothing wrong. She's beautiful. She's amazing. But we're reading his energy. His energy is very strange. So just saying little nuggets, from these readings, it always reminds me of like little life lessons that we learn along the way. Okay. Which I think is important to bring up as we spill this tea. As we get messy. We'll try to keep it also a little elevated if we can. All right. So yeah, this is pretty messy. So let's just get, I don't know. Let's get one more just for the heck of it. I don't even know. I just kind of want something else to come through for them. Beth, it's because we were sending you the wand energy. All the cards came out. Yeah, the cards just freaked out. They were like, too much. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Ooh, okay. I'm going to say this is why it ended. So Zendaya does have very much a Queen of Wands energy to me. She's someone that I believe is very authentic. She comes across as authentic. She's very genuine. She's in touch with her feelings. Very much also like what you see is what you get. Very like she'll tell you the truth. Okay. And so this Queen of Wands energy in the reverse is describing the way that she started to feel around him because you can pick up on the energy when you don't feel like someone really, really likes you, or, if you're in lover's card energy and uh, they're giving magician vibes. It's like, you're like, there's this no connection. Like I'm not feeling a real connection. So starts to dampen your vibes, your spirit, like feels off. So she was not feeling as passionate or inspired. And so she learned a lesson from that connection. And in order to get her Queen of Wands energy straight up, get herself feeling like she had her mojo going again, she ended the connection. So that's interesting. Okay. Wow. It's getting kind of late, so I'm going to wrap this up soon, but let me just check my other stories and see if there's anything that I missed. That was pretty good. Let's see. Do you guys have any other requests? Oh, here's a weird one. So, some influencer tea. Now, I have not watched any of this couple. What are they? Their names are Austin. I literally have to look it up. Look at my notes because I don't even watch their channel. But Catherine and Austin McBroom, apparently they're like big influencers. I don't know if you guys know who they are or follow them, but they're going through a divorce right now. It's pretty controversial. They're like all over YouTube and have been for quite some time. I just wanted to do a quick reading because people tend they're saying that like he's very toxic. It was a toxic relationship. It also seems like a lot of these family channels are like being exposed right now and have been for quite some time. So I'm just curious to see. Oh my God, thank you, Penny. You're so sweet. Sage Moon, I hope Zendaya gets some good true love vibes with Pluto and Aqua. I hope so too. Feels like dudes get with her because they see her more as a come up rather than a romantic or life partner. I'm looking at Tom too. Ooh, interesting. Interesting, Sage Moon. Well, she's a Virgo sun with Aquarius rising, as am I. So I feel like I can kind of see her energy, feel her energy, or whatever, because we tend to have similar life lessons to our other, soul fam members that have the same, especially like big three placements. But whatever placements you have, if someone has the same placement as you, you are learning a similar life lesson. It could just show up in different ways, but the core of it is the same. And I will say that Virgo suns, especially with Aquarius rising, there can be a lot of self doubt. Like when you're younger, like you don't really see yourself as like special or whatever. It's a Virgo thing. You can kind of downplay yourself or be shy. And then with the Aquarius rising, it makes you feel kind of like an outsider or like weird or like your ideas aren't really respected or you don't fit in with your peers. And as you get older, you gain more confidence. But when you're in that state, when you're in your like 20s, or teens, you can sometimes not see yourself accurately and then you will date people that aren't good for you or don't have your best interests at heart or maybe you can't see that they don't feel the same way that you do. So it is a life lesson thing. I do think that with Pluto on her ascendant, she is going to really be stepping into her power. So I think we're going to see a really great new phase emerge for her. But that's my 2 cents on that. So okay. This Ossie Broom thing, I don't know. Do you guys care about that? If you don't, I'll just keep reading these other people. I was just trying to like find something different. Andrew Garfield was spotted with a model, Olivia Brower. Let's pull a card for that. Andrew and Olivia Brower. Interesting. Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is just coming out right and left today. Yeah, they are starting out on a positive, passionate new beginning. So yes, it's sort of at the beginning of their connection, but it's positive. I don't feel that there's like it's just such beginning stages, but it is like a passionate beginning. They're both very excited about starting this connection. That's cute. I like that. Okay. Aw, Sage Moon, you're so awesome. Oh, thanks, Babylon. You guys are so sweet. Thanks, guys. See, and then you get a little older. And if you're an Aquarius rising, Virgo sun, you start to gravitate towards your real tribe, like you guys. And I don't know, you grow into yourself. So here's to Zendaya growing into herself over the next few years. All right. Just realizing her worth. I'll say that. Okay. So I'm gonna pull one on this McBroom tea because it's just very weird. They haven't talked about what exactly is going on with the divorce. Like I said, it's been all over the internet. People who kind of followed their family channels, they've had so much controversy over the years. So what's causing this divorce? Let's just see. Oh, and some people are even saying that this couple has had so much financial difficulty that they may not even really be getting a divorce. This may just be for the paperwork so that they can, I don't know, like do something with their taxes. I don't know. Which people said about Kim and Croy also, but turns out that they really were getting a divorce. So let's just see. Well, what's going on with this divorce? Allegedly. Oof, 8 of Swords. Yeah. Yikes. There's a lot of stress around it for both of them. Makes sense. That's completely makes sense. Let's pull a card on him just to see. Oh, oh my gosh. I just dropped like a handful of cards. That was really bizarre. Okay, well, he's not doing great. Sending everybody love who's in a difficult situation. I think this is self-created. Watch him be like a Capricorn sun who's reaping bad karma. Justice. Oh, stop it. Yeah, they're getting a divorce. Allegedly for entertainment purposes, but yeah, And also, he is getting his justice. So this is his karma coming back to bite him. Yeah. I'm not going to go too deep into it because I don't think anybody here is that into it. Wait, hold on. Sage Moon. Sage Moon's got something here. I truly believe the Ace family are divorcing as part of a stunt. It's to protect assets, in my honest opinion. I think he's a Taurus with possible Capricorn rising. Oh, Sage Moon. Interesting, Sage Moon. So you think that it might be a stunt? Why do I have the Justice card? I will say this though, Sage Moon, the Eight of Swords is self-created stress. Let's get a clarifier. Justice is like dealing with the justice system, if we're just going to be literal. So even if it's a stunt, then, because two things can be true in this weird situation, even if it is a stunt, I do think that they're going through the justice, like they're really getting a divorce. Let's do, okay, to see, let's do the feelings behind it. So this is what's happening on paper. They have created this a stressful situation. They are going through the justice system for real to get a divorce. Okay. But what does that mean for their relationship? If they really are just like, it's like living a double life, how they feel about each other, past, present, future, behind the scenes of their connection. In the past, ooh, interesting, Beth. You know, Beth, at the end of this, I'll pull on her for you. We'll pull a couple cards there. Okay. In the past, that's interesting. Their connection. Oh my gosh, Ace family, Ace of Cups. I did get this in the reverse, but like I said, I am intuitively like working with the energy to get more straightforward answers. So I am going to take this in the upright because I intuitively feel that this is an upright energy. Ace of Cups is like, so yeah, they're the Ace family. So this is like very literal. So this feels very upright, very straightforward from spirit. But Ace of Cups, this is like our cup runneth over. We feel like we have truly accomplished and done what we wanted to do in life. So this is both of them feeling like just very happy and fulfilled. And that looks different to different people, right? But in the past, this is how they felt. Ace of Cups. Oh, when the tarot tea allegedly is just like so literal. Sage Moon says, I think he'll come to regret it because Catherine will come out better in the divorce. She might be the most liked and walk away with a better reputation and career. Yes. Sage Moon, that feels right. Okay. So in the past, they were happy. What about in the present moment? The emotions behind the divorce of the Ace family, all the stuff going on. Or not the family of Catherine and Austin McBroom. Ooh, okay. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Sage Moon, how you just said that she's going to come out better in the divorce. Yeah. She's going to come out with Queen of Pentacles energy. I agree with you. I think that she is going to financially do very well from this divorce. It's going to put her in a position where she feels empowered in her own life, empowered financially, empowered mentally and emotionally. She's going to have the resources to really do what she wants to do in her life. We're going to see her moving down a new path. I think she's going to also take whatever she gets or takes away from this divorce, and she's going to continue to make more money. This is going to be like a nest egg for her. I think we're going to see her. Maybe she'll launch her own channel, maybe but something. She's going to really dig in to her business savvy side, and she's going to be doing that solo. So she's going to be doing much better, I think, after this divorce. Okay. And in the future, for their connection, Five of Swords, deception. Oh my God. It's not the Justin Timberlake energy from back in the day. Yeah, you know what, Sage Moon, like how you said that it might be a stunt. I think that this is so bizarre. I think it's like part real, part stunt. Like, I feel like it maybe started off as a stunt. Like, the conversation could have gone like this. Like, okay, we really need to like change the conversation around us, around our channel, because they were getting called out for like scamming people and doing things like that, right? So I think that they got to a place where it was like a PR crisis and they were like, well, we need to like get sympathy. We need to get people to feel bad for us, like that kind of thing. And I think they thought a divorce would be a good way to distract people from what they've actually done wrong. This is like, right, we see this tactic all the time with like politicians and different people in power. It's like they're just kind of doing a little bait and switch. So I think that was how it started based on these cards. And then I think now it's evolved into like I think Catherine was like, well, actually, mm, it kind of gave her an out to really go through with it. And so I do think that this kind of took on a life of its own. And I think she's going to end up doing much better after this. But the deception card in the future, I don't know. This may all come to light. Like he may come out and say later, like, this was all a stunt. And then she like screwed me over. All I'll say is this: the messiness has just begun. Okay. And I'm not saying that because I hope that for people. I just allegedly for entertainment purposes, that's what it feels like. Oh, yuck. That's really yucky energy. Drop in my cards. Oh my gosh. These ace people are got a lot of vibes going on here. Okay. Now let's pull for Beth's request. And then one last thing that I did want to pull about that I just remembered, Michaela Noguera. I can never say her last name, but she's in hot water again for this time doing some things with like a tanning solution and really throwing a small business under the bus, allegedly. We're gonna read it on her because she's that's really interesting. Now that we're in our influencer tea era. Just kidding, just for right now. Okay, but Beth said that she wants to know about the tea on Lauren Haregui. I think I said that right. You guys have helped me before with the pronunciation. Haregui, I think. Hope I did it right. On IG the other day, she was reintroducing herself and was acting different. I'm just curious. Interesting. Let's see. We've read on her before, and I pulled some cards about her revamping her image. I remember this was like several readings ago, and that she was going to come out with like something new, like a new, either like new music, new business. But I did pull for her a long time ago. I remember that she was going to be having like a resurgence, um, putting herself out there, like really getting back into the public eye, stepping out there again. I like that. Beth is sipping, sip, sip. Yes, Buffalo missed. Oh, dang. Oh, I mean, that's good, right? Because the Chiefs, I don't know. I wish everybody could win. Okay. But no, the Chiefs. I want the Chiefs to win because Michael. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Sage Moon has a lot of tea here. Hold on. Before we move on, I want to see what Sage Moon's saying. She's probably getting her independence. Exactly. I agree, Britt. Okay, cool. I think it's like an Erica Jane thing. Oh, interesting. Where it's a real divorce, but for the sake of protecting assets from financial troubles. Okay, Sage Moon. I like that. I could totally see that. That also does line up with the reading. Their family is known for airing each other's dirty laundry. His brother has been caught in a mess too. It's super messy. So wouldn't be surprised if they throw each other to the wolves. Oh my gosh. Maybe I'll do like a separate tea video, like when I do those short little tea times that I just put up. I want to start doing more of those just throughout the week so that like there's always some new tea coming out. That might be an interesting deep dive, especially if there's like other mess with the brother. Okay. Thank you, Sage Moon. That's very interesting. Penny says, "Oh my gosh, Chiefs are going to win." Okay, cool. Love it. Michael will be very happy. All right. Lauren, what's going on with her? Okay, High Priestess, similar to Jessica Biel. She has learned to trust her intuition. I feel like she has been through a lot of soul lessons. I wonder what her birth chart looks like. Beth says she's been acting weird. As you said it right, her eggy. Oh, thank you. Okay, good, good. Thank you, Beth, for that. Sloan has a good video about her scams and other allegations. Ooh, thank you, Sage Moon. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to watch. Okay. Sage Moon coming through with the recommendations. Got recommendations for the foods, for the videos. I love it. Thank you, Sage Moon. Okay, let's see. High Priestess. She's learned a lot. She's learning to trust her intuition. Lauren Haregi is. Wheel of Fortune. What goes up must come down. Her fortune is changing. At one point, because this originally came out in reverse, I do feel intuitive. I'm getting like goosebumps on my arms. I feel like there was a time, this is really sad actually, allegedly for entertainment purposes. I feel like there was a time when she felt like her luck would never change. She felt like, oh, this is really sad. It was like she was like, this just is what it is. Like, this is what happened to me. Like, this is my story. Like, just kind of felt like this was the end of the narrative. Like, she didn't see herself having another high. You know what I mean? As far as like career high, she didn't see herself like coming back from this. But we do have this Wheel of Fortune. This is giving me an energy of like she's going to be surprised actually by what happens in her life and in her career. I kind of love that this is a happy energy though, because this is like someone who thought that they would never get the opportunity to do what they did before, someone who kind of felt like their career was over. This is like, no, it's not actually. You're going to be surprised. I really like that. Wait, Beth says Cancer, Sun, Gemini, Moon. Thank you, Beth. Okay. Cancer, Sun, and Gemini, Moon. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. What else? What else is coming next for her then? What kind of career resurgence is she going to have with this Wheel of Fortune? What will be surprising her? Queen of Cups. Is she writing a love song? Is she working with someone that she loves? She's really emotionally mature right now. Wow, High Priestess. Again, you guys, High Priestess and Queen of Cups came out. Didn't we get that for Jessica Biel? Okay. What's interesting is I feel like sometimes we do these readings and it taps into like the collective energy that's afoot. Um, it's like certain people are on the same wavelength. I feel like she's on this is weird, but I feel like she's on a similar wavelength to Jessica Biel. It's like you're kind of it's like you're realizing things and it's made you really mature. My gosh. For whatever reason, they're in a similar, they've been through some similar life lessons lately. What else do we have for her career future? But emotional stability and like emotional intelligence is helpful for all areas of your life, right? Maybe she's writing love songs, like I said. Okay, let's see. Uh, okay, the Chariot, but in the reverse. Um, I will take it into reverse because it's interesting. It came out in the reverse. She is feeling like her fire, this is such a funny card, but she's feeling like her fire is back. So for a long time, she was this chariot where she like was very passionate about her life, what she was doing. She always was like someone that would just like seize the day. Then she went through a period where this was the opposite. She just was like feeling uninspired, didn't really know what to do next. And this was because she was in a period of learning some really important life lessons, but her focus was not on her career. Her focus was on these soul lessons, right? Well, she's coming out of this period of chariot reverse and she is going to be out there. She's going to be doing things. I am really excited to see this. Like her energy's coming back. So, however she's acting now, even if it seems different or whatever, this might just be her revealing more of her true self now. Um, so we'll stay tuned. We'll see what that looks like. But yeah, I hope that that helped add some clarity. I just think that this has been a big journey for her. I'll say that. And I do like to see that she has come out the other side. So yeah, it'll be I'm going to follow her. Be sure I'm following her on Instagram. It'll be really interesting to see like what she creates and what she starts to put out there about herself, who she really is. I do think she's going to have a big moment, like how people will have this like moment where they're back in the spotlight, even if it's briefly for a new project or like, for example, Trisha Paytas, we've done readings on her because she, like, had this her moment in the spotlight is, like, back. She's kind of back on top with YouTube. She started a new podcast. I'm feeling that same energy for Lauren. It's like she disappeared for a while, but she is gonna have this resurgence. Even Taylor Swift, she was popular. She's never not been popular, but this past year of 2023, it's like all of a sudden she's back on top. I don't know. I'm feeling that for Lauren in some way. Okay. Very interesting. Let's see. Beth says, I think she lost a lot of her money and fame since she left the girl group. So happy to hear that. Me too. So that's good. I like that we're ending something on like a good note. I do want to still pull for Michaela Noguiera, but that's a little more silly tea. But like, it's good to see a positive outcome. Oh, I guess the Chiefs did win because I'm hearing fireworks. Hello. Okay. People are excited. Um, let's see. Beth said she's brag. Oh, you're welcome, Beth. Thank you for the request. She's begging a lot. I'm sorry, begging. She's bragging a lot about her sexuality and that she F's who she wants and doesn't care what people think. I think she is in a relationship and it's female, so hopefully she will be writing. Okay, great. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. She knows who she is now, and she's going to be sharing that. Maybe she'll come out with like a memoir. But yeah, she's gonna have her moment in the sun to share who she really is. Also, Pluto and Aquarius, more people are gonna be who they really are, more authentically, more openly. So yeah, good for her. I'm glad she feels like she can be herself after years of feeling like she couldn't or like she had to hide. So that's cool. Okay, I love that. All right, and last but not least, because I'm gonna go because I've been on here a little bit. I could stay on here all day. I'm like, I feel like we're just catching up, but yeah, hearing those fireworks, I'm like, oh god, I gotta get over there, see if we won, see what's going on, let the dogs out, all that stuff. So let's see. Ah, gonna end on a little influencer tea. I'm gonna sip on some of this. So Michaela Noguiera, the latest with her, like I briefly said, I heard about this on the canceled podcast. I love how Brooke and Tana will put one out on Sunday nights. I always just love listening to that. But they actually talked about how Michaela's in hot water again. But this time it's not with, you know, a big company like L'Oreal's telescopic mascara where she was like pumping them up. This is actually with a small business. So basically, in a nutshell, she talked to this small business owner that is a company it's a tanning company. I'll actually also put their link in the description in case anybody wants to check them out. Because it seems as if they were unfairly treated. Michaela basically said, "Hey, I want to try your product. I want to talk about your product, whatever." And this small business was like, "Amazing, sent her a bunch of product." And then she posted about the product, but it was really, really streaky and like it looked really bad. So then it came out later that she had never even used the product, but that she was doing like she just used a regular spray tan, but it didn't look good. And so it's sort of like strange. It was like using this person to create controversy and benefit. So I just want to get a reading on her. Like what is going on with her? Because she has been doing this a lot and it sort of doesn't make sense. She was very beloved. I think she still has a lot of fans, but I know after the telescopic thing, I lost a lot of faith, in her. Like I wouldn't watch her videos anymore on TikTok for beauty recommendations. I did at one point because I thought she had a good perspective on different products. But ever since she like wore the fake lash and then denied it, I'm like, I can't trust her. So I'm just curious to see what's gonna happen for her career, what her motivations are. Um, yeah. Beth, yes, the Chiefs won. All right. Thank you, Penny. Thank you for being here. You are the best. Lori Moog will be so happy. Yes, it's going to be a happy time around our house. Britt, I have a special person with a birthday today. Would you tell me a bit about January 21 people? Babaloo. Yes, I will tell you about those people. It's actually my mom's birthday today as well. So I do know quite a bit about people born on January 21st. So I'll tell you about that real quick before I pull some cards. So people born on January 21st, that is a 3 energy personality that comes from the combination of the 2 and the 1. So that means these people tend to be very partnership oriented with that 2 energy, and they're also working through the energy of independence and partnership. Okay. So they make good partners, good friends, but they also are very independent. So it's an interesting personality. They have a lot of sides to them. Kind of reminds me of the Dolly Parton reading I did where I talked about her 1 and 9. It's like, because she was born on the 19th, it's like you have these 2 separate energies and they're integrating them all the time. So people born on the 21st, they have that three energy though, overarching with their personality. So they really like to be the life of the party. They tend to be very social. They like to have fun. Also, being a three energy air sign, they can sometimes even be aloof, but they are emotional. They do really want to connect with other people. They need to feel loved. Also, depending on their moon sign, that would explain more about their emotional nature, but they do tend to be sensitive, creative, loving. At the same time, they are always kind of with this inner battle between two and one, the partnership and being, independent. So it's a very interesting personality. But like I said, creative, fun. Anybody with a three energy is going to be a good time. They have the gift of gab, all that stuff. So I hope that gave you a little bit of info, Babaloo. Oh my God, Babaloo. Wait, Beth says they're special people. They have a great heart and soul. My sister also. Yes, that's so sweet. That is so sweet, Beth. Oh my God, your sister has the same birthday as my mom, Beth. Are we soul family? Probably yes. That's interesting. That was spot on. Oh, I love it. I love it. I feel like with people born on the 21st, it's important to like let them know that you're there for them and then also to respect when they need their independence with that two and one energy. Cause usually they're off making something or being creative. So yeah, but you can't talk to them about anything because that three energy is about their emotions. So you can definitely like, they'll listen to you. They have a lot of empathy. So yes, I agree with Beth. It's a very beautiful energy. I'm glad that was spot on. Okay, cool. All right. So, Michaela, we're going to end on a little bit of silly tea here. Sage Moon, happy birthday to everybody's peeps. Yes. Thank you, Sage Moon. We are soul sisters, soul tribe. I agree. I agree, Beth. And like, that's even more confirmation. Like, oh my gosh, the fact that our family members have the same birthday, soul group. Right. Michaela T. Let's just see what's going on with her. What are her motivations? She's so controversial. Like, let's just pull some general energies about her. Ooh, okay, 7 of Cups. This is, like, stressing me out already. Um, this is the energy of, like, having a lot of choices to make and not knowing which thing to choose. Dang, this is also kind of an ego energy, I'll say, because it's like somebody who's kind of at a crossroads. I would be curious to know about her birth chart as well and where Capricorn is. Because this is like if you look at the cups, it's like there's a diamond, there's a snake, there's a crown, there's a heart, there is a mask. It's like you can make any of these choices. So when you get this, when it's about the person, when this card comes out, it means that they're in a place where they're kind of unsure of their identity. They're trying on different identities. They don't really know who they want to be. This isn't really being in alignment with your heart though, because when you don't know who you are, sometimes, I mean, sometimes you're just like learning about yourself and that's normal. But sometimes it can be about how you want to portray yourself. So it's a little bit more ego and like a little more surface. So yeah, I don't love that, but that totally checks out because we do see her being like authentic one minute and being the person that you can go to on TikTok to like get recommendations. And then the next minute, she's like, being dishonest about the product or throwing someone under the bus allegedly. So, okay. She is not sure how she wants to be online right now, who she wants to be online. Let's see. Aw, yeah, everybody in here is definitely a soul group. 1000%. I'm so grateful for our soul group. Okay, so that's her vibe. What about this tanning scandal? I know it's silly, but this latest tanning scandal, a little bit of lighthearted tea. What ooh, what was her motivation there? Oh, got 2, we're gonna take them both. Whoa, okay, 3 of Wands. This is thinking about yourself in the future. 3 of Wands is like, we know Wands is passion, but when it comes to but we also got the 6 of Cups, hold on. 3 of Wands and 6 of Cups. I was gonna say that it's not about romance, but I don't know, like, who is this guy? Is this someone that she I don't know. Okay, I'm getting a weird energy. So, Six of Cups can also be like a past life thing, a karmic thing. There's something with this guy. Did she already know him? How did they connect? These are the things I would want to know. How how does she know this person? Because it seems like this is a deeper friendship or a deeper connection than we are aware of, which I think is kind of strange. Six of Cups can also be about childhood. Like, have they met? Did they meet in the past? Did they meet at the beginning of her career? Did they meet literally in childhood? Is he a childhood family friend? Like, what's going on? And why was she thinking of herself? Three of Wands. Like, why did this? What was the motivation to leave a certain type of review that would benefit you? I just need more clarity here. This is very weird. Some people have to learn the hard way, Beth says. Yeah, right? Guess so. Okay. King of Cups in the reverse. I need to look into who this guy is. This was personal, allegedly for entertainment purposes. This was personal. We have King of Cups in the reverse. She felt wronged by this person, allegedly. Here I am thinking it's going to be like a light, silly little tea to end on, not it being like some serious tea. King of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. So he did something to her that bothered her. This could be in the DMs in their conversations. This could have been an email that went wrong. This could have been him following up in a way that made her mad. Something happened. Maybe she found out that he said something about her. If he is a family friend, there could be history. There's something though. This wasn't just like a lighthearted thing. She had some motivation for wanting to make him look bad, which is really not great because she does have such a big platform and he's a small business. Even if you're mad at someone or you don't like them, it's like you really shouldn't mess with people's money. I mean, just don't be around them, right? If you don't like them. That's my opinion. Uh hmm. Let's do past, present, future for this connection with her with this person. Like, what is happening here? In the past, when they first talked about doing a collaboration, or just in the past? It's very weird. Mm. The high priestess just won't leave us alone today. I'm telling you, there's something going on in the energy. Um, it's probably Pluto. So the high priestess in the reverse, she didn't trust her intuition around this connection. And there's more than one side to every story, right? That's kind of the energy I'm getting here. So the high priestess, she didn't trust herself. At the very beginning, she kind of had a weird feeling about working with this person. I'm gonna look into this like right after this. Like, I want to see who is this guy. Um, she didn't have a good feeling though. There was something weird. She felt weird about it. In the reverse, though, she didn't trust her feelings. She didn't trust her intuition. Okay, then what? Temperance. So she kind of sat on the fence about it. This is so weird. It's like just a tanning thing. But so she sat on the fence about it. I think Brooke did mention that she didn't do the collaboration, like didn't do the posts for a long time. Yeah, she sat on it. That was intentional. Okay, why did she show that it was a bad product? I don't know. This is weird. Queen of Cups in reverse, not the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. This was emotional immaturity as retaliation for what she perceived as his emotional immaturity or a slight that she received from him earlier at an earlier time. Okay, weird. And how is this going to affect her career in the long run? Seven of Pentacles. She's gonna have to work a little bit harder after this. Yeah, this backfired. I'm gonna say this is a little bit of a backslide because seven is like it's like it goes like 7, 8, 9, ace. So it's like when you go back to seven, that's like a more spiritual energy. It's more of like when you're in the grind. She's gonna have to grind a little bit harder. I definitely think that her reputation has been damaged. It's like she went and tried to be petty to get back at somebody, and it's backfiring. Watch, she's like Capricorn rising. Yep, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. This is the financial hardship difficulty. So right now she's teetering between Seven of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, especially like even if not now, like this is like future. Yeah, she's having some bumps in the road with her career. She's gonna have to learn to be more temperate, be more of that temperance card, and uh, operate in a way that's more above board. People have seen through it. I don't think that I'm the only one who is like, I used to follow her on TikTok and try to get her recommendations, but now I don't really feel like I can trust her. I think that's what a lot of people are noticing, and she's starting to get some backlash from that. So she's gonna have to like emotionally be more on the up and up, emotionally mature, turn that Queen of Wands from upside down to right side up. I mean, that Queen of Cups. So yeah, we know the drill. A lot of karma going through today, but honestly, like it's just learning lessons. But this was quite the tea time. I had so much fun, you guys. Thank you for being here with me. I hope that you guys had as much fun as I did. I love you guys so much. The next podcast episode coming out this week is about Aquarius season. So if you guys have anything that you want me to cover about Aquarius season, I'm actually going to do a post in the community tab asking you guys if you have any like specific questions or things you want to know about Aquarius celebrities, whatever. Feel free to leave a comment over on that post because I want to be sure that I'm creating the type of content that you guys really can use and will help you in your daily life, stuff you actually want to know about. So, all right, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for being here, spending your Sunday night with me. You guys are the best. I hope you have an amazing start to the week. The astrology this week is really good. I'm excited. I feel like we've lightened up a lot now that we are in Aquarius season. So I feel like it's just a little sigh of relief. The energy is just a little lighter. We were grinding during Capricorn season. And even just kind of climbing up that hill trying to get our resolutions. I feel like now it's a little more air energy. We can kind of chill a little bit and things are flowing again. Let's see. Beth. Oh, thank you for all the requests, Beth, and thank you for being here. I appreciate you too. And I second that. Appreciate this whole group of people. Our soul group is the best. Good night, Penny. Sweet dreams. Fun time as always. Agreed, Sage Moon. You have a great night too and a great week ahead. You guys are so sweet. Bafaloo. I do need to recover from the vacations. just sleeping over here. All right, you guys. Thanks, Bafaloo. Y'all are the best. Sending you a big hug. Have an amazing start to the week. I'm just sending you all the positive vibes. Best soul group on the internet. I agree. I second that. Love you guys. Sweet dreams.